Hi there, everybody. I hope you're having a great week. Right now, right? We've all been locked up for a few months, and people just want to get out of the house, right? And I'm no exception. So I hope to be traveling next week. Anyways, so this today, I want to go through with everybody and talk about Frontier's discount den. And you may have seen this. This is actually Frontier Airlines discount program. And we want to see if this is worth it or not. So we're going to break it all down, have a look, and hopefully give you some answers at the end of the video. All right. So, if you don't know me, my name is Dean. I'm a professional travel manager, and I've been saving companies millions of dollars for a good part of my career. On this channel, basically, we break down airline, hotel, travel promotions, figure out how to get the best deal out of them, and make it so that your travel is not only possible, but better. So, if you haven't had a chance, take a moment, subscribe now. And I hope to have videos to you every couple of days of what's new in travel. So here's the breakdown. Every situation we come out with a breakdown. So here's what's going on. So in this case, I got this email today. It was my last chance to save 75% using this promo code SPRING on Frontier Airlines. So full disclosure, I do actually fly Frontier, not often. When I'm in the U.S., part of the reason is because they flew to my hometown. They were one of the few airlines that was flying there, and that's the thing about Frontier is they've expanded to a lot of cities, maybe flying just 3 or 4 times a week in specific markets that aren't served by other airlines. So where I'm from is one of those cities. So I got this email, and so I thought, is this discount den really worth it? It seems like it's a good deal, but is it a good program? So um, but like everything else, there are a lot of factors around. So, in looking at the discount den and seeing if it's a good program, let's look at the airline first. So, the airline's Frontier, basically, they're Denver based. They were just a traditional hub spoke airline, and then they've added about 10 focus cities where they have 2 or 3 planes based and they offer. Probably 20 or 30 flights a week. They go to 115 cities with 106 aircraft. So that means um, a little more than just one aircraft per city. And recently they IPO'd. So if you heard about them in the news, it's because they last week, as the airline business is in shambles, they actually went out to the markets and then they IPO'd. Uh, Decent success. And their ticker is ULCC. So they are an ultra low cost carrier, which basically means it is bare bones fares, but you start to pay for everything. So, right. So let's look at Discount Den. What is it? First of all, what's this name, Discount Den, right? And it's the whole kind of airline wildlife thing that Frontier's got going on. But basically, it is a discount program. So the whole idea here is that you will pay for this pleasure. Basically, rather than the fares on the right-hand side, the standard fares, you will get the Discount Den fares, right? And as you can see, the savings range $9 on the first flight, and then about $20 on the second flight, and then $30 on the last flight. So basically, it goes by the base level of fare, and then there's a discount percentage. It varies, right? So it's important that if you look on whether or not you're going to buy into this program, because it's not free, whether or not you're going to extract value from it. And that is kind of the key out of everything we talk about is about how are we going to get the best value out of it. Um, so let's say that you go to Frontier's website, you need to buy a seat between Denver and Dallas. You go, wow, this is $85. It's great. But if I get this discount den, it's, $9 cheaper. But in any case, so you say, okay, is this or not a good deal, right? So in looking at that, it's really important you just think about one of the things that I want to do here, right? Because on the site, we will compare a lot of fares, right? So I want to make sure that we are comparing apples to apples, all right? So whenever we compare a fare, right, and it's really easy to lose track of this when you travel, right? And when you buy flights, it's really easy to forget. So always we will do an apples to apples comparison. So on similar flight routings, if it is 2 different airlines, we will look at the price, including one carry-on bag, one checked bag, a seat assignment if the airline offers seat assignments, and if not, we'll talk through that. And then if there's an meal on board, especially if it's something that's long haul, Honolulu to Japan, that sort of thing, then we will put in the price for meal because frankly, you need a seat assignment and a meal on really, really long flights. Some people may not do it, but I think you're really asking for a miserable experience. And the airline is actually banking on the fact that you're going to pay this. Okay. Here's the fare breakdown with discount down San Francisco to Las Vegas and back in October of 2021. This is actually high season for Vegas, right? But with the discount down, it's $224. But you're not out of the woods yet because if we're gonna go back to our rules, have a personal item carry-on bag and checked-in bag with a seat assignment, you're gonna pay $45 each way for that. So break that in and move my picture here. And basically, by the time it's all said and done, you're looking at $314 in airfare. So with the discount down over this weekend in October, which is probably going to be, it's scheduled to be a heavy week in Vegas, and Frontier knows this, so they're looking at charging you $314. All right. Let's take that a step beyond and say, okay, we didn't have discount down. You're looking at a round trip fare of $263. Again, the perks bundle here is only $45, right? And the reason I mention this is I have seen examples of this on Frontier's website where the pricing is different. Whether you're a DENS member, and sometimes it's higher, or it's slightly less for not having that. So just keep that in mind. This particular instance, the perks bundle was the same price for both. So if we didn't have the discount den, then we're looking at paying $353.80. I always love how we just get 80 more cents out of that fare. That's awesome, right? So again, personal item carry-on bags, check bag, and standard seat, $353. Okay, so if we were to put it together, basically on the left, if we have the discount den, it is $314.96. On the right, without it, it's $353. So in this particular instance, you're looking at a savings of $38.84, $19.42 each way. So if it's just yourself going, or you're just going one way, then it's probably not worth it, right? So, but again, you see in this particular instance, it's $38. If I would have picked the later flight, it would have been a much larger savings. But keep in mind, you have algorithms that are literally changing this based off of other purchasing decisions. And it's all focused on getting more money out of you, right? So if you are only going to take one flight on Frontier and it's just this one round trip, not worth it, right? You'll save $38, but you'll spend $59 saving that $38. Probably not a good idea. However, keep in mind this savings amount may vary, right? So you have to just do a quick back of the envelope. If you see the options on flights, don't take notes when you're doing this, or have a pen and paper at your side, because the airline is counting on you not doing that, and they're also counting on you not being able to do math. So in this case, we already know it's $38. It's not worth it. Now, if there are two of you, right, then maybe it is worth it, right? So in this case, if there were two of us, then we would pay 60, 78 bucks, but we pay 59 bucks to save that. So we'd actually, it's cheaper for us to buy the program than not buy it, right? We're going to take these flights. There's no other cheaper option. Then in that case, then yes, discount den would actually work for you. Now, it's a definite yes if you're going to take two or more trips on this airline, right? Or you're going to have one round trip from two or more people. Or if this case, right, if you're to take a different route and the discount den flights on that route were more than the savings of $60 of the annual membership fee. In that case, in all three of those scenarios, it's absolutely worth it to buy the discount den, right? Okay, so three scenarios. It's not worth it if you're just going to do one trip and never going to fly Frontier again. It might be worth it if you've got two or more people, and it's definitely worth it if you're going to do two or more round trips, one more round trip for two or more people, or your actual savings from the discount den is more than 60 bucks. That's totally worth it. All right. So if we take a look at that, a few things, right? Your mileage may vary, right? The savings you get may vary from others, and pay attention to the screen when you're booking it, right? So all these airlines, and all these booking engines are counting on you not paying attention. You get down into the rabbit hole as you start booking and you forget to do that. They're so anxious to just get you to push purchase, and just take a minute, 20, 30 seconds, read through it all again, make sure it's absolutely right before you hit purchase. All right. So not worth it for one round trip, possibly worth it for the others. Now, if you do get it, right, it's really important to remember this. If you get the discount den, right, first of all, let's say you bought it, see how much you're going to use it, right? So you've already bought 2 tickets, you've already saved your $50, $60, perfect, right? You're golden. Right? Anything else is gravy, and you've come out ahead, right? That's number one. Keep up with Frontier's schedule and make sure that you'll be able to use it. So one of the things about Frontier is sometimes they start flights, and then 2 or 3 months later, if those flights aren't generating revenue, they'll be out on the next schedule change, right? So if you're living in a city where all of a sudden they were flying and then all of a sudden they're not, right, you want to pay attention to this right now. If you've already gotten your $60 value out of it, no problem, right? But keep up to date on Frontier schedule because it does change. All right. Make sure that you're going to use it. Lastly, remember that it's designed to get you to fly on Frontier more. Now, if the route system works for you, you're going to be on them anyway. Terrific, no problem. If you find yourself, looking for that 6-hour connection through Vegas to use this thing, maybe it's not worth it, right? So, and remember this about all these promotional tools. They are all designed to get you to use that company more. Realistically, sometimes it's not worth it, right? So keep an eye out that and keep that in the back of your mind as you look through and you start to book any travel. Okay. Lastly, I want to point this out. You can turn off the auto renew. So Discount Den, when they sell it to you, it comes with an auto renew, right? You can turn it off if you aren't sure that you're going to continue to use it, right? Now, whether it be an app in your phone, right? And so I have a few apps on my phone, and they were great ideas when I bought them, but I don't know if I'm going to use them again. I got stung by once. It charged me $75 for renewal, and I'm like, forget that. So basically, on all my purchases, whether it be an app, whether it be a magazine subscription, whatever it is, the moment after I buy it, I actually go in and I turn off the auto renew. One thing to remember is really once you've bought this thing, it's yours, right? You're not going to get a refund, so don't even pretend you are, right? Okay, you can cancel this, and this is straight from Frontier's terms and conditions. You can cancel your membership in the discount den at any time by selecting unsubscribe, the unsubscribe option in Frontier Miles. You go to frontier.com, account sign in, you log in, you click on your name in the upper right-hand corner, you click on profile, and then it has discount den, your status, it says you're going to renew, and you just move the slider, right? That simple. Right? So honestly, Frontier's done me good a few times last year, but I'm not sure if I'm going to use discount den again or not, right? So I just pulled this up, and you see with a little red arrow there, it says my membership will expire on July 8th, 2021, and it will not renew, right? So I bought this thing in July. I actually ended up not using it till October. I did actually get my value out of it, right? But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm going to fly Frontier that much. So therefore, I just I just canceled the auto renew. So if I want to use it again, or it makes sense for me to use it again, after the point that it expires, I can just turn it back on. Right? But again, whether it's Discount Den, a magazine subscription, I do it with all my magazines too. I never auto renew. So you can turn it off, make sure that you know that. And as a rule, you might want to just do that with a lot of your auto renewals, especially if you've lost track of it. Okay. So that's all I've got for today. A really quick video. I hope that helps you look at Discount Den and see if that program works for you. We'll do some other comparison videos here in the coming days. If you've used Discount Den or you've had some experience, please make a note down in the comments, share it with you. Or if you want me to talk to you about something else and kind of tear it apart, let me know, and I'm happy to do that. Right? Take a moment. Please subscribe now if you like this video, because I done 3 today. I can just talk about this stuff all the time. Hopefully you found this useful. And with that, I hope that you have a great weekend. careful when you buy anything online. Be careful when you purchase your travel. And with that, have a great weekend ahead. All right. Take care. I'll see you next time.